What's up, guys? So today we have a first on the channel. Not only do we have my face, we have this new type of video that I'm trying to start doing called player profiles. So for those of you that don't play any card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, or Vanguard, which is what this channel is mostly about, this is going to be based off what are called deck profiles. So what a deck profile is when a player goes and makes a video generally about, of course, the game that they're playing, and then not only that, but also the deck they're playing, the cards that are in the deck that they're playing, why they're playing said deck, why they're playing said cards, how much of said cards, etc., etc. But what this is going to be is profiles on not the cards, but the players playing it. I thought it'd be something cool and interesting. I don't really know if it's been done before, so we're gonna give this a try. And then there's gonna be some questions going over it, such as why do you play X game, or how long have you played it, your experience with it, experiences with the community, favorite cards, favorite decks, whether they're good or bad, doesn't really matter as long as you enjoy it, which is the whole point of card games in general. So I will be the first one that this will be about. So if you don't know, my main game is Cardfight Vanguard. I played it for, I want to say 6 or 5 years, one of those two. First question is gonna be how I got into Vanguard. Well, at the time, I was heavily invested into Yu-Gi-Oh. I was getting a little burnout of the scene, and I saw an advertisement for Cardfight Vanguard at my local game store. So then what happened, at first I was a little turned off to the game. I was like, I don't really know, but I was bored at home and I saw a little ad for the anime, and I was like, I'm bored, I got nothing to do, so I'll give it a shot. So I watched it, the anime, and what I really liked about it was, unlike, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh, where he just wins all the time, the protagonist actually loses a lot. He does win, but not as much as Yugi, but he actually loses, and then not only that, gets better, which I thought was really interesting in that aspect. And then not only did he get better, they also bought packs, which I thought was really cool and neat. And then they go to events such as regionals or nationals and worlds and all that stuff. So from then I picked up a starter deck, and then my wallet went downhill from there. The first deck I ever played in Vanguard was a really bad $10 deck I bought off eBay, and yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. It was really bad, but it was an enjoyable experience. Took that to my first tournament. Everybody was really cool, thankfully. Everybody was nice and friendly, gave advice, cards, and sometimes free cards if it wasn't too much of a trouble for them. My favorite deck out of the whole game would have to be a clan I play called Kagero, which, for those of you that don't know, it is pretty much revolves around flame dragons and then killing your opponent's creatures or cards or whatever have you. And then that's pretty much it. Once I got that deck, I kind of stuck to it. I want to say that's what I'm known for in my local scene, like sticking to that particular clan. Even when they were bad, I still played it. Hashtag ride or die, am I right? Some of my favorite cards from the game, I actually have them right here. First, we're going to go with Blaster Joker. What I really liked about it is just, first of all, the aesthetics were really cool. The design was really neat. The part he played in the anime I thought was really interesting. Essentially, he was a good guy turned bad guy. And I'm like a huge wrestling fan, so anytime a wrestler I like actually turns like bad, I always find it neat and interesting. Then the next one is Think Saver right here. Art, really pretty. It was one of the first competitive decks I invested in, and it turned out really well for me. And then this one, Kairo, is the card called, I just call it The End. It's a really long name. I don't really want to say the whole thing. But it's one of my favorite cards. The main, I guess, boss, if you will, that I play a lot. I just like the visuals. dragon with swords and guns and using them all at the same time, I think is really neat. And then another question I'm going to add on here is favorite memory involving the game. So for this one, I'm going to give two stories. There was one where I went to a regional event and I was playing this other person, and then so the game kept going back and forth until I finally swung for that last hit or last damage, and as soon as that ended, the timer just went off. And so I was like, oh man, because I can't remember how the rules were at that point, but I was like, just that little buzzer beater or whatever, because I don't play sports, but that little buzzer beater moment was great. And then the next one was when I won first place in a tournament that actually like wasn't just a local tournament. Pretty much, so it's called ARG, which was a tournament circuit series that involved local game stores, and then they would have tournaments, and then people would come out from a lot of places. And so at this particular time, I was really trying to get a first place mat that says champion on it. The previous two times before that, I would come in third, and then the time before that, I think I came in second. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, after this point, I was like, I'm never gonna get a first one. I just get close and close, and then just end up losing. But then I stuck it out. I went to another one, and I managed to pull through. I memed that I was playing Rocky Balboa with the deck because the deck I was playing at the time wasn't very good. I was going up against decks that were far better, and I managed to pull in that last win, and it was perfection. And so the next question is why I keep playing the game. So because of work and school and stuff and what's going on right now in the world, I do not have that much time or the ability to go out and play the game, stuff like that. But what I do enjoy is the community around the game. I feel like that really makes or breaks a game. Just how the players are, how the interaction between the players are, stuff like that. With Vanguard, I can honestly say that it has a really healthy community. Everyone's really there to help each other out. You don't really see much toxicity like I've seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone's really nice. Even in like events or in regional play or competitive play, everyone's pretty nice. Another thing that really attracted me to the game was the free events. So for regional events, for example, with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, you have to pay what's called an entry fee. And they're usually $20 or $30, just depends on what's going on. And with Vanguard, it is actually free to enter into the regional event. And not only is it free, upon entry, you also get free promotional items, usually cards or mats and stuff like that. It just really depends what they're doing, what they advertise and stuff like that. But a free event, I'm always down for. And the next one is so that's pretty much it for this whole player profile. I thought it would be a neat idea, like I said. So if you like it, let me know if I should keep doing it more. I probably will keep doing it more just because I enjoyed it. I thought it would be a neat idea, and then I'll probably get other players involved and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I shall see y'all later, and hope my face didn't scare y'all too much.